today I am going to be doing the end of the year book tag. I saw this kind of floating around and I had pulled on my Instagram stories like what I should film because I've been sitting here pre-filming, and this is one of the like suggestions that came up, and for some reason I'm like, it's not that close to the end of the year, like why would we do an end of the year tag? And then I'm like, oh shit, it's almost November. So yeah, it's almost the end of 2020, and I guess to celebrate going into 2021 and leaving this shitbag of a year behind, we are doing the end of the year book tag. Now, I have no idea who originated this. I looked and could not find like an original creator. But if I do find it like while I'm editing, then I will like insert information for you guys. But I don't know who did it, but I'm gonna try to find it again. Alright, well this is actually a pretty short and sweet tag, so let's start off with it. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you still need to finish? And yes, there's one book that I did a soft DNF of, which is where I don't want to like unhaul it, and I don't think it's bad, and I'm actually enjoying it. I'm just not like feeling reading it right now, and it's a pause. It's a see you later. It's a soft DNF, and I really do want to finish it because it was starting to get really good. It was just very slow to start, and I just wasn't in the headspace at that time. And that is Malice by Quinn. I am halfway done with this book, and I still need to finish it. Like, I just keep like pushing it off and pushing it off. And it's not that I was having like a bad time. I was enjoying myself. I just wasn't in the headspace for it, but I still need to finish this. Also, I'm halfway done with Words of Radiance and have been for like a couple months now. So I really need to finish this. This is on my November TBR, so I'm hoping to finish this in November, but it is also a half completed book that needs to be finished. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you into the end of the year? And while I'm not too terribly much of a seasonal reader, like I read like sci-fi fantasy all year round, and I know some people like only read fantasy in the colder months, and like I read it all the time, but I do have a few books that I like that I think are very like seasonal and very transitional. One of them I actually plan on picking up super soon, and that is Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book in City of Ghosts, and it is a middle grade book where our main character is this like 13-year-old girl who had a near-death experience, and she was saved by a ghost, and now she can see ghosts. And her parents are actually paranormal investigators and paranormal writers. So they're like traveling the country doing this TV show where they visit all the most haunted places in the world and talk about it. And they don't know that their daughter can actually see ghosts. So it was a super cute book, the first book was, and I'm excited to read this one. It's middle grade, they read really fast, and it's got all of those like autumnal, just chill vibes. I also have like a wintry book that I'm really excited to get to, and that is Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. I have been wanting to read this, but I've actually been putting it off kind of until winter because I just think it's like the perfect time of year to read this. And I've said it before, since I live in Florida and we don't really have cooler weather, we don't really have a winter, like I like things that make me feel like I can pretend for it to be like fall or winter. Like I like to light my fall scented candles and turn the air conditioner down low and snuggle in a blanket because it's cold in my house, but it's like artificially cold, if you know what I mean. The next question is a new release you are still waiting for, and I have two. Once again, the first one is The Burning God, and that comes out very, very soon. I am super excited for it. I have the US edition pre-ordered from Amazon, and I also have ordered the Illuma Crate box set with like the really pretty sprayed edges, and all the books are signed, and I couldn't help myself. Like, it is one of my favorite series, and I cannot wait to see how it is concluded with The Burning God. And then, of course, what pretty much every like fantasy booktuber is saying right now is I'm excited for Rhythm of War. I have pre-ordered the signed Barnes & Noble edition. I cannot wait to get my hands on it, even though, as you just saw, I still haven't even finished Words of Radiance. I need to, though. I need to finish Words of Radiance, and then Edge Dancer, and then Oathbringer, and then I can actually read Rhythm of War. But I'm still super excited about it because I want to like have my hands on it very, very soon. The next question is there a book that could still like shock you and become one of your favorite books of the year? And honestly, I don't know. Like, I've read so many great books this year, and I don't know. I don't think anything would shock me if it became a favorite. Like, right now I'm halfway through Addie LaRue, and that may creep its way up there. The only one that I can think of that may like shock me into being a favorite would be The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. This book is stunning. It's on my TBR for November. I'm excited to get to it, but I'm hesitant because I don't typically love like beautiful flowery writing, purple prose, and I've heard that this book has a lot of flowery writing and purple prose. The thing is for some reason I've been wanting that. Like, it's not my norm, but I've been wanting it. So like, this book could surprise me and be a new favorite. I don't know. I'm hoping it does, because obviously I don't want to read a book I hate. Like, I don't want to read just okay books or like books I don't like. Like, I go into them thinking I'm going to love them. So that's a thing. Except for that one book that I read that one time. I knew I was going to hate from the jump. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check the cards. Like, I'm not even saying it. But I go into books thinking I'm going to enjoy them. So, I don't know. Maybe this one will shock me. The last question is, have you already started planning out your 2021 reading year? Y'all, I've barely planned out November. I've barely planned out next week. So no, I have not started planning anything for 2021, let alone what I'm going to be reading in 2021. I don't even know what I'm going to have for dinner tomorrow. Like, what kind of world is this? Like, I'm not that organized, y'all. I would love to be that organized person. Like, I love things like, I love planners and calendars and all the stickers and markers, and then I like use them and like I forget and I like fall flat on actually like planning. I'm such a, like, especially with reading, I'm such a mood reader that like it wouldn't make sense for me to plan my 2021. I just want to read what I have. Like, I guess part of my 2021 plan though, I guess, is to not shop as much, which I think should be easier because like no more quarantine in 2021. Come on, like regular life. Yeah, I think part of my plan, I guess, is to just not shop as much and to like shop my shelves. Obviously, I refuse to say that I'm going on a no buy because I know it doesn't work for me. Because I like shopping and I work 2 jobs so that I can buy myself and my kids and my husband nice things and do nice things and travel and whatever. And we haven't been able to travel this year, so like it's a whole thing. But I will say I want to buy less and only buy books that I know that are like authors I know I absolutely love, like a new Brandon Sanderson, a new Victoria Schwab, something by R.F. Kuang, something along those lines. If it's like a book I know from an author I love, like, okay, I'm gonna buy that. Or like, you know, I collect books, so like special editions. Or I'm taking books into the used bookstore and I'm gonna use credits to buy other things. Stuff like that, like, yeah. But I am definitely gonna try to rein in my book shopping specifically and shop my shelf, because I have a ton of unread books on these shelves that need some love. Because I bought every single one of them with the intent of reading them. So there's not a single book on this shelf that I bought that like I don't want to read. I just need time to get to them, and that will probably take less shopping this year. Hopefully that was nice and fun and rambly enough for y'all, because I know, Lord, that just went off on a tangent, but I am sorry, not sorry. It just happened. Oh, there's another question that I missed that's like up in the middle, but we're going to answer it now, because I know I said that was the last question, but we're going to answer the question that we skipped. Because this is a Jessie video. Like, would it be... It wouldn't be a Jessie video if there was no chaotic energy. This question is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? Okay. So, one that I'm super excited I want to read by the end of the year is Dune. I didn't care too much about reading this initially, until Alex at Life by the Book told me that there is a badass mom character in it. Monica and Mooney Reads told me the same thing, and I'm like, y'all know how to sell me on a book. Like, that is literally badass mom sci-fi fantasy. Like, that's all I need. Tell me that's in a book, I'm going to fucking purchase it. Okay? So, I'm excited to read this. I want to read it before the end of the year because I'm working on that video, Badass Moms in Sci-Fi Fantasy, and I want to see if this is going to be a contender. Another one that I really want to get to by the end of the year is Heart of Flames by Nikki Palpretto. The next book, the 3rd book in this series, is coming out super, super soon. I think in 2021 sometime. And I loved the first one, and I really want to get to this second one so I can read the 3rd one when it comes out. And the next one that I want to get to is Fireborn. I know Elle from Elliot Brooks loves this. Like, she loves this book. She raves about it. And that is why I picked it up. Like, no lie. She got me. And that's why I bought it. And then there's a second book that's supposed to be coming out soon. There's the cover changed, so that makes me salty. A little bit. Y'all know I don't care like too terribly much if my covers don't match, but it's like, that's just, it's still annoying, right? Like, and I don't know how I feel about those new covers. But anyway, I really want to get to this. I hear it's really good. Elliot Brooks loves it, and I trust her taste. Alright, so that was all the questions. I double checked. We're good. We're done. That was the end of the year book tag. I thought it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of hope for 2021. I'm kind of glad for this year to be coming to an end. It has been such a crazy year, but a fun one. It's been my first full year on BookTube. I think December will be a full year that I have been here, so that makes me happy. And I'm just glad that y'all are hanging around and hanging out and talking about books with me. Alright, well, I am Jessie. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you next time. Bye.